Hmm. You're too busy with the New Year celebration, Christmas celebration. Oh wow! What if I have nothing to share? Then what do we do now? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Um, I do. It's also a little because last week is like the celebration, didn't really have time, and then an accident happened. My cat fell table and he injured himself, so had to bring him to the emergency and the hospital. So I haven't been sleeping. It was quite bad, but it's better now. I hope. Anyway, I wanted to share to continue from last week. I think last week I was talking about this book called The New Chimpanzee, and I only started at that time one chapter, which is just about the basics of observing wild chimpanzees and the history of researchers working on chimpanzees. So I thought it was very interesting because it showed me that even though the popular researchers or famous researchers are known for their work, there are also a lot of researchers who have done so much, but maybe people don't know them that well because they're not as famous. Nonetheless, their contributions are very significant. So I really like that he highlighted this part. So um, the past week, I only managed to read another chapter, which is actually about the war in chimpanzees. So we have learned that chimpanzees are not always friendly, docile, or peaceful. Just like humans, there are times where there will be fights, they can be aggressive, and then it can result in so-called war between the different populations or communities of chimpanzees. So I was just reading about the reasons why wars can break out between the different chimpanzee communities. And of course, not just war, but the fights. So one type of I would say conflicts that is very interesting to me is infanticide. So infanticide means killing infants. In primate kingdom, we have observed and seen, the monkeys, the different primates killing infants before, but it's not very frequent. So it's still considered a rare incident or occasion. In chimpanzees, they have observed that before. So I thought what's interesting is that usually the reason why infants are killed typically are by the adult males of another group. So the adult males of another group would want to kill the infants of this current group so that the females can then be able to reproduce again very quickly. They don't have to take care of their infants. So once the infants die, they can give birth again. So that's the theory why adult males would kill infants. But then in chimpanzees, there was this population that was studied. It wasn't the male that killed the infants, it's the females. So I don't know whether do you want to explain this before I continue in Vietnamese? Yeah, so I think, what they observed was that instead of adult males killing infants, it was the adult females in their group, in the same group, killing the infants of other females. So that's not very common. And then they were hypothesizing that it is because when the adult female killed the infants of other females, number one, it would actually reduce the reproduction benefit from the other females. It means that in the troop, the infants are only belonging to, say, me, right? Because I kill all the other females' infants. So in this troop, the next generation are from my genes and not from other females' genes. That's number one. Number two, the females, when they kill the other females' infants, they actually eat the infants, which is also a little bit strange because typically when you have infanticide, when you kill the infants, you really just want to kill it because you want to remove the threat, not threat. You want to remove the infants so that the females can give birth again to the adult male's new baby. But this time, the females, when they kill the infants, they actually eat it. So, even though it sounds really weird, the researchers hypothesized that because the female are eating the infants, it's also helping with nutritional benefits. Because after all, it's like protein, right? You're eating an animal. Chimpanzees are known to kill other species of monkeys for food. So when they actually eat infants, it's also considered a source of food. That's why when females they kill the infants, researchers think that there are two main reasons. One is so that in the community, the gene pool of the infants belong to the female. Second reason is so that they can also benefit from having nutrition. Yes. Mm. The males also kill, right? So it's normal, just like the rest. But within the chimpanzee group that they study, there's also female that are killing. Yeah. There are other groups also, but they don't eat the infants. So there is a very interesting or like intriguing occurrence because in this group that they studied in Gombe in Tanzania, that's where Dr. Jane Goodall's field site is. The female that killed the other infants, right? She didn't do this alone. She has a juvenile infant, a female. So the both of them, the mother and the daughter, kidnap other infants, kill the infants, and eat the infants. Mm, mm. Oh, the environment, they are in the forest, they are not within the urban settlements or that they have lack of food. So it's not really a driving factor, but so researchers don't really have an answer because this is like a rare case. They even describe the behavior as murderous because it's not just like killing and then you eat because that's your typical behavior, that's your lifestyle and your dietary preference. But it's that brought, she actually brought her daughter, so the mother and the daughter, to kill the infants and then eat it. So the researchers felt that with no other comparison elsewhere in other communities, this act is murderous. I don't think so because what happened was that it's not just one researcher observing it. It was through a 4-year period. So it says that over 4 years, they have killed 10 infants. So it's not like a rare occurrence one time, but this chimpanzee mother has been doing that for 4 years, and it only ended when she died. Yeah, yes. Yeah, because we know that chimpanzees are so closely related to humans, right? They have very complex emotions and feelings. And so it could really be an indication of how sometimes in humans you observe psychotic behaviors, right? Behaviors that are not normal and might be murderous and harmful. So in this instance, it might really be similar, where we can see something in chimpanzees. But yeah, so it really got me interested because it's not like I do it myself. I drag my daughter to do it with me. Yeah. Mhm. Mm, mm, yes, yes, they do. And also back in the 60s and 70s, the researchers also feed their primate subjects in order to habituate them. Currently now, it's most of the researchers understand that we shouldn't feed the primates in order to habituate them because you're going to change their behavior in the process. But in the past, when it's still very forested and animals are still very scared of people in very remote areas, in order to access the chimpanzees or other primates, they actually feed them. So they feed them so that they would be okay with the researchers. Then the researchers will follow them to see their behavior. So then when they follow, they observe that they might fight other chimpanzees, they might kill the other monkeys and things like that. But over time, they still have to feed so that they can continue to follow. Now they don't do it. Yes. So infanticides are typically by male, so that as in male from another troop, when they come in to kill the infants of the current troop, it makes the adult females ready to give birth again. Because if you have infants, they will spend about 1 to 2 years taking care of the infants. And in that time, they cannot reproduce. So once the infant dies, they are ready in order to give birth again. That's why males from other troop will come in and kill the females, kill the infants. Conscious behavior, is it? It means behavior that are yeah, yeah. Mhm. But I think it depends on the experiment setup and also whether the shapes are they one color or are they different colors? Because the primates can see colors. Maybe it's just a color thing. So I'm not sure. But of course, we know that primates have high intelligence. They are able to use tools. They're able to remember also. So if the experiment setup it's training the monkeys to remember, then it will not be, I think, cognitive thinking. It depends. So if it's just a memory thing, that they definitely can do it. But if it's asking them to think on the spot what to do creatively, requiring more cognitive ability, then I'm not sure. They definitely have because they can use tools. Um, yeah, but too bad that was in the 70s, so they don't observe it anymore. So it could really just be that one female that went a little bit weird. Mm, yeah. So I mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm, 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 natural. Mm, mm-hmm, mm. Hey, yeah, even though I only read one chapter because no time. The next chapter that I will read for next week, if I have time, it's called it's about culture. So we know that in some of the species that researchers have studied, example chimpanzees, there are cultures that are being documented. So what kind of cultures? How different are they? I think that's what I'll be interested to find out. Mm, yeah. Mm, yes. So, I also was thinking about that. It might be similar to your question. Some of the chimpanzees, they will kill other monkeys, the colobus monkey, the red colobus monkey. This is not about gene pool. So, the chimpanzees will kill red colobus monkey and other species for food. But this is not always the case. So they eat fruits like plants, flowers, things like that, the leaves. But they will kill colobus monkeys because they stay in the same area, right, in the same habitat, in order to get proteins. So they will. But it's not easy to catch a monkey and kill it to eat. So what happened is that they will have group behavior. A few of the chimps, usually males, they will all crowd together to chase a colobus monkey into one corner in order to kill and eat. So it requires a lot of effort. And so why the researchers, when they observe the female chimpanzee killing infants to eat, they say it's because of nutritional benefit. They're saying that because females usually are weaker, they can't actually participate in the fights to eat the colobus monkey, right? Based on just their strength, they can only kill the infants. But they kill the infants of their own troop because they're always in the same area. So they kill and eat. Hence, she will also benefit from the protein, but not other females. That's why there must be something individual about this female that makes her kill for 4 years. Yet they will eat insects also. So they are just like humans, omnivorous. But the amount of nutrients will be lower. So chimpanzees would use the like a stick, right? They would stick it into the ant hole, and then when they take it out, there will be a lot of ants on the stick. Then they will eat. But then imagine that compared to one full-size monkey. The amount of nutrients will be very different. Mm, I'm pretty sure they can also. So they have seen because um I think it's because monkeys are social, so they occur in groups. So usually when you see a colobus monkey species or some other monkeys, there will be 5 to 10 individuals in a group. But when you see a mouse deer or a squirrel, they're usually solitary or only two individuals. But monkeys, there will be one whole troop. So when they hunt, they can catch better. Wait 1 second. I have a special guest. I need to remove the the setting, the background. Hello, xin chào. Xin chào. Hello. Yeah. Okay, there you go. All right. Mm, yeah. So I think partly it could also be territory, but you can just chase the monkeys away. If they have a territory they want to protect, it's usually the resource, right? The fruits or the species of plants that are flowering. So that is a very important resource, and they want to occupy it. So if the colobus monkey comes in, then the chimpanzees can chase it away in order to protect this territory. But they not only chase, they not only kill, they kill and eat. So there must be a logic behind why you eat after you kill. Yeah, so it is terrifying, but they still come. And the thing is, it's not only in one particular place that they try to protect territory to kill the colobus. They will actually go and find the colobus monkey also to kill. So there is an active reason why they pursue it. Yeah. Oh no, I think primates also have cognitive thinking, I believe. There has been data already. If I can find cognitive studies. Yeah, a lot. Primate cognitive studies is a theory. Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, how do you remember now? Wow, that's amazing. You have cognitive ability. Okay. They remember the benefits they get, and they will want to remember the good things done to them. Ah, mm, mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you mean. I think so. I think so. Han Dynasty, which dynasty? Han Dynasty. Uh, BC BC to AD. So AD AD Let me see. Let me see if I can find the Chinese idiom or proverb for it. I have nothing smart to produce, so wow. Oh, Oh yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Monday tomorrow. So it will be a off day. I will have my family over to have lunch. Yeah. So then hopefully no diarrhea. So it was for a lunch buffet. That means the food was there at about 11:30 a.m. 11:30 a.m. and the whole thing ended at 4 p.m. And my mother brought the food home because I went for my Japanese class after that. So my mother brought the food home, but she didn't put in the fridge immediately. She was putting it outside until when I get home around 7 p.m. Then I heat up the food for dinner. So when I ate that for dinner, I was okay. I mean, I didn't feel anything. But my mom that night already had diarrhea. And Monday, Tuesday, she also got diarrhea. But for me, I was like, oh, I'm okay, nothing wrong. I go to work, I eat all the junk food, all the oily food, drink my coffee. And then I was like, oh, I have diarrhea too. So uh, then my mom recovered. So like I was taking care of her. She recovered, but then I didn't. So that's why I think it was quite bad. So we're gonna order food in. Yeah. But this time we will eat when the food arrives. So no more leaving out for a long time. Yeah, but now I'm just more worried about my cat, the one that fell down. So it wasn't Chin Chow, it's a carrot. So he's the one who fell off my table and injured himself. Yeah, so just now I don't know whether you when I shared whether you heard that I didn't really sleep last night because my cat fell off the table and we had to send him to the hospital. So he has blood in the urine. And then it's about 1.4 meters. But the thing is, you know, cats usually when they jump, they can break their fall. But then this cat, because remember I shared with you that he has a broken leg before. So when he fell, he didn't land properly, and so he landed on his side. But I didn't know what injuries he had. So when we brought him to the hospital, doing X-ray would cost me $1,000. And so, but the vet said that she touched his body. It didn't look like he has any fractures. So he said X-rays are not urgent, but we need to monitor whether it's soft tissue damage. No, it's okay. I think it's just yesterday, yeah, something just happened. He didn't jump properly. So I was very worried. And then he had to go to the toilet, his litter tray, every 10 minutes throughout the night, but no pee. So you know how he feel uncomfortable, so he wants to pee, but no pee came out. So like he went in and out every 10 minutes, whole night. Yeah, yeah. So it's some infection or some inflammation. It's it's quite similar to the urinal tract infection. So that's when they cannot really pee, but the bladder is full of urine. Yeah. 11. 10. Oh, oh, okay. Right, I shall not disturb you then. So I shall go and maybe take a nap. So I shall wish you Happy New Year Eve and see you next year. See you here next year. We can even do a live stream on my computer. Yeah, we share the book in person, not virtual anymore. One screen. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. A reading in Singapore. Hmm. Okay, okay. See you soon. Bye bye. I will try. It's like 11 o'clock. I'm hungry now and tired. Hungry and tired. Which one should I do? Okay, I shall heed your advice and make some hash brown and eggs. Then I will sleep.